What's going on, folks? This is Dmitry back again, and today we're gonna talk about something that a lot of people are interested in: become rich. And most importantly, I want you to become rich, so that you would prosper and have a good success in life and everything else. So let's go step by step and talk about it and see what's going on there, what it entails, and what you need to do to be successful in life and start on the path to be rich. So let's get started. Real quick, folks, I'm not a financial advisor, so things that you hear from me or you want to implement into your life regarding finances, so it's on your own risk, your research, and things of that nature. So just make sure that you guys know, and that's about it. But things that I share with you, they worked in my life, so yeah, just make sure you know that, and yeah, let's do it. So the first thing that you need to start with is to determine your budget, determine your accounting, determine your finances in general. And to do that, you need to be able to analyze, to understand what's going on like within your finances, what's your income source, what's your liabilities, and everything like that. So in this step, it's basically you realizing what's going on, what it entails. So you get your pen and paper, you get yourself everything that you need to, write it down and everything like that. You can use whatever, the Word document, you can use basically pen and paper or whatever is comfortable for you. So in this first step, you write down assets, or in this case, it's easier to understand that just money bringing, like things that brings you money, like your job, like income sources, all various income sources really. So if you have a part-time job, if you have income, some sort of income from whatever investments and stuff like that, so which is good, we're gonna get to it. But if all sorts of investments, income that you got in any job you got, like part-time job, full-time job, all that good jazz, so that brings you money, right? Assets that brings you money, so you put it in the right column, right? In the next column, you put liabilities. So liabilities that takes you money out, right? So, and you determine that, like bills, things that you take on, like food, electric bills, like whatever bills you guys have, that's your problem. That's not problem, but that's
you serious?
liabilities that you have and that you need to also write down, so for accounting and to determine what's going on in your finances. So, and as soon as you do that in the left column, so you just basically write you can type, hey, first few lines or whatever on your spreadsheet, you can type in, hey, I got this few lines of that, this is my income sources, and this is in the left column. You got next few lines there, and this is more like gonna be on the right column, right? I'm gonna show it right here, so it's more or less how it looks like. So after that, you put the bottom line, as you shall say, or whatever. So, and then you calculate all that underneath of that, and then basically you just realize what's going on there. You do basic addition and subtraction. And then after that, you determine, so okay, you're in a healthy financial position or not. So after that, when you determine everything that you needed to determine in that sense, so this is the step one. So you realize what's going on, you take this much money on that, you take this much money on that. So this is the process. So if you don't know it right this second, or right this when you're watching this video, if you don't know that, that's fine. So one pro tip is when you go and you can actually download the spending tracker. That's what I use. You can get a lot of those on the App Store or Google Store and everything of that nature. And just get that, and then when you put the gas in your tank or buy some food or pay your bill, just put that number in your phone, and this is pretty comfortable. So if you want to do it differently, like, just making a habit to keep your spendings, that will give you a most realistic understanding of what's going on, what you're spending your money on, things of that nature. So this is more like a first step, right? So you realizing, you determining what's going on in your finances, right? Do accounting, all that jazz. It's not super fun. It's not like graphics. It's not like money flowing in and everything. This is like boring. For some people it's exciting, but but this is the things that you gotta realize. So you need to realize what you're dealing with, right? So even though if you sometimes don't know it or know it, this is the thing you need to do. So this is the first step, really. So like I said, get the all things written down, you determine what's going on. Okay, cool. So from that point on, you got with the first step, and this is ongoing thing. You need to keep track on that, and this first step. So those steps you need to determine every single time. But you know, just it's like you going to the moon, for example, right? You determine the course of action, or you determine the course, and then if you go straight left or right, so you need to adjust the course specifically for sure, because you need to get there, because the course is a little bit changing, and of course the moon is rotating and we're rotating on the right end of the chess. So nonetheless, you need to adjust your course every single time. So this is the first step, really. So determining your finances. So the second step really is when you determine, okay, so what am I doing with this money that I got? So I got this free cash flow, what comes in, and this is good. So we want to be in that position. So after this first step, if you're not in this first step and you got like free income, this is troublesome. So in that case, you either need to cut off some few things, Starbucks, Netflix, or something of that nature. Yeah, don't hate me, man, but if you want to get there, we got to do some work. So you determine what you need to cut off. Like, if there is no things to cut off, like there is like basic needs, like, hey, I got bread on my table and this is all I got. So yeah, you need to either determine the course of action to get more income, like get a better job, do something else, like do sort of investments in yourself, or change your position there. So determine where you standing on, and then you do accordingly, like adjustment, like, hey, I need more income, I need a raise, or just travel, just get another job or something like that. So just determine what you need to do in that sense. If you need to cut off on the Starbucks, hey, we gotta cut off on the Starbucks, man. So once in a while, I'm okay with that, but still, finances and all that jazz, this is what it is, right? So after we determine that and you got the free cash flow, this is where we need to determine what you want to do with it, right? So, and where we want to go. So if we want to get to the financial position, hey, I don't want to worry about money, I just want to live my life to the fullest and everything like that. So this is a pretty cool goal. This is pretty much good. So if you're in that position, congrats, we're cool buddies. So, but nonetheless, if you want to position that in your life and everything like that, so you determine you need to put something, you need to now work on your investment strategy and things of that nature. So there are plenty of steps and plenty of options, and that's where the step 2 comes in. So you need to determine where you need to put your money into. So now you in a good position where okay, so either do this or this or this. I want to invest in this, in this, in this. So first of all, let me give you my opinion on the banking, or just bring your full, or just keep your money in the bank. Ain't not gonna fly there, because you keep the bank and put the money in the bank, and that's it. There is nothing what's gonna happen there. It's actually gonna burn your money, inflation and all that. And you probably heard already from the what we've been through this year and last year. So yeah, inflation gonna pop up, and even more than usual, not like 2% as they usually did that, but more like 3-4%, and which is it's in the United States, but in other countries a little bit more different. It depends, but nonetheless, inflation is there, and your money is just burning down. So like, if you don't do anything with your money, like you don't purchase anything, you don't invest in anything, it's just basically you just burning them. You're just throwing your money into the fire pit, right? This is unfortunately what happens, but this is the system that we live in, and this is basically what is going on. So in this position, you gotta put your money into something, right? So, and it can be ETFs, can be other investment strategies, like can be real estate, things of that nature, things that really growing over the time and growing over the course of your life and stuff like that, you know. So personally, and this is my like general my opinion and just general what I do, I usually put money in ETFs or mutual funds, and then just yeah, keep my money in there. Is like my bank really, because if I put my, so I was just thinking, can I put my money in the bank? Yeah, they're just laying there, and like after a year, that's it, they lost the value of 4%, 3%, and basically I lost my money there, you know, 4%, I just lost it. But on the other hand, if I put my money into the ETF or mutual fund or whatever, and I will actually do my video on that next time. So, but yeah, stay tuned. So that will actually also determine if I actually made the money. So my money made me money. So, and this is really good position if you want to be like what you want to be in. So the second step is where you, okay, I gotta determine where I need to put my money in. So, and that's in general, yeah, stocks is a little bit, there's a percentage base and there's a risk involved and everything. So do your due diligence and study what ETFs you want to invest in, mutual funds you want to invest in, and things of that nature. If you want to keep money in the bank, on you, up to you, but this is not my really choice what to do with that. I usually go for ETFs but that's personal. So if you want to go with that route, up to you really. If not, then yeah, I think it's gonna be losing money in that sense. So this is step 2. So basically step 1, like I said, determine what you need to do. Step 2, determine and do action where to invest and actually invest and keep your money in there. And basically step 3 is determine like where you wanna expand your influence in or expand your investments in. So like, and then basically repeat it, you know. So just repeat every single time those 3 steps, like, you know, expenditure or put your money in there somewhere, or just, you know, spend it on something or invest in something and things of that nature. So it's not really hard to really become rich or do rich, or just do, it's just a process, and it's a long process. So you determine what's going on in your finances, you determine where you want to invest, what assets gonna bring you money on the step 2, and the step 3, you determine what finances, what expenditures you can even invest more. So, and then repeat. So repeat step 1, step 2, step 3. So yeah, determine that, invest, repeat. Determine, invest, repeat. Determine, invest, repeat. So this is pretty much the strategy that we go for. So right, so this is pretty easy.
Nice.
I hope you like this video, but that's all it is, right? So you select those steps and you go for it. So research, take steps, take actions, repeat. So research, take action, repeat, right? So I hope you guys liked the video. Like and subscribe as usual. So there was Dmitry. I hope you see you next time, but that is it. So simple as it and easy. So see you guys next time. Thank you all for watching, and bye bye.